Oh. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to the Sunday afternoon live stream. Yeah. So g'day everyone. Thanks for joining. What's in between lunch and dinner? Well, that's afternoon tea. There you go. Look at that. All afternoon tea. Hang on. There we go. Afternoon tea. Thanks everyone for joining us. For joining me anyway. Totally impromptu afternoon. Got a bit going on. Yesterday was a bit of a wipeout. Just didn't feel like I was just a bit out of it. So took the day off, hardly touched social media, and binge watched a series on Netflix called Manifest. If you haven't seen it before, welcome to the shed. This is where I do live streams normally from a Tuesday night. Got some of our supporters in the chat, Cherinator, Hypersapien TV, and a few others floating around. Whoever's watching, thanks for joining me. I've been doing a bit of work outside. I might take you outside and show you what's going on. We've got to dig a rubble pit for the overflow for the tank. Been doing that today, or part of it. I've got a mini excavator, and the job at hand is probably, probably a little bit too much for the job at hand, but it's done pretty good so far. The problem is I'm running out of room where to put the spoil or the leftover dirt. G'day, Roger. Thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate the support, mate. Justin. Oh, well, Justin, just in case you were here, it's a good question. G'day, Justin. You're a new viewer to the channel. Thanks for being here, mate. Usually afternoon teas, a cup of tea, and a bit of fruit cake. I do like my own fruit cake, or a bit of what's the name? Scones and jam. That'd go well. It's a bit late now. It's almost 5 o'clock here, my local time. I'm in Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining in. What I'm actually going to do, excuse me. G, the Hypersapien. Oh my God! And G, the man of many faces. Right, I've had a bit of a drink. I've had this sitting in the. It's the Three Oaks apple cider. 10% alcohol volume. Roger the Pirate, you might want to do a review on one of these. Not bad drop actually. Because I'm a non-drinker, it's sort of gone in my head a little bit. But anyway, yeah, mate. Justin, I brought Coles. I was at Coles the other day, so I'm round the corner from me. I have had Woolworths and I have Coles. More than likely, they would. No, not quite, G. I should feel like a cup of tea, actually. That's what I should follow it up with. Justin, they're probably coming out of the same factory, mate, to tell you the truth, and it's just a different wrapper. That's all it is, to be totally honest. No, I'm not a bit tipsy. No, mate, no, not whatsoever. Look, I'm really not an everyday drinker, so when I have something like that, and that's fairly, I mean, that's 10% alcohol. That sort of makes your head spin a bit, but it's all right. Oh, hey, G, this is Adelaide Hills, man. Oh, here we go. Look, even says so. Adelaide Hills. Crushed apple. Mate, Adelaide Hills, you should do a review, G. I reckon you'd be seeing it's in your neck of the woods. Stylesy might be familiar with it. And be a good one for Roger the Pirate and his brother Robbo Five Life to do a review. I reckon that'd go down well, actually. Something to think about. Anyway, we've probably got some visitors from overseas. I know Cherinator. Yeah, righto, Justin. Good one, mate. I'm not a big drinker. Like, that's the first one I've had in, speaking on that, that's the first one I've had in probably a couple of months. And usually when I have a drink, I just have the one, and that's it. One's enough for me. Oh, here we go. We've got a visitor. Hello, Shed Dog. Hello. Hey. Oh, and Shed Dog 1. Shed Dog 1 is in the house. Hello. Hello. Yes. Yes. Oh, we've got a couple of visitors. Shed Dog 1 and Shed Dog 2. Yes. Hey. How about we go... So Shed Dog 1, Shed Dog 2, they're in the house. Good on you, Cherinator. The Shed Dogs have been doing a bit of sleeping. They're doing a bit of digging, especially Shed Dog 2. He likes to dig. He likes to dig holes. I'm digging a hole. So what I might do is show you the hole I've been digging. We got a few. Hey, do you mind? So we've got this camera here. I'm going to do a bit of a move around in the shed with things here. For those of you new to the channel, I'm hey Stolzy, how are you, mate? Welcome. I've got a few things going on. We'll have a look at the other. There's the other angle. I've got the camera set up, the mobile phone. In fact, we'll go for a bit of a walk. Hopefully you'll see my ugly mug. Hopefully the audio won't cut out, but you can probably see the kids playing. Here they are. Right, they're playing away. Maybe this is more entertaining than... and there they go. Righto. So what's been happening? Right, here's the mini excavator. That's a Chinese mini excavator, ME15-1. And we got to dig a rubble pit for the overflow for the tank. So, and I have to do this fairly soon. I've dug a bit of a pit there. I've got more to come out. This is probably a bit too much of an ask for this little machine. We've got a large pile of dirt here. Now, what happens, for those of you not in the earth moving side of things, when the dirt is in the ground, it's compacted. And when you dig it up, it becomes aerated. So it's bigger than what it was in the ground. So I've roughly got right here a cubic metre of dirt. And this pit is about 2 by 2. So there's about 2 cubic metres, which probably turns into about 2.5 cubic metres, if not a little bit more. So this mini excavator is great. It punches above its weight. It really does. And I'm probably asking a little bit too much of it in this situation. But I've had this for a while. It's dug trenches for electrical, for plumbing and so on. It's been a great little machine. It really has. There, sorry, my shadow's in the way. It's got a Briggs & Stratton petrol engine in it, and it just does a fantastic job. And the wife just sent me a message to say if we wanted the ribs on, and I'll say yes, hopefully yes. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go back to... Hopefully that wasn't interrupted by too much. But anyway, there's the computers up there. Let's have a look here. So this is where it all happens. That's where I broadcast from. The sun's coming down in the afternoon at the moment. Milling machine, forklift. You've seen a forklift before. Bits and pieces of the steamroller. Yes, I am restoring a steamroller, a Fowler road roller, engine number 16930 of 1926. And I've been fortunate enough to get most of the drawings for this particular roller. What I'd be interested in is the build sheet, and the build sheet would tell me everything. But alas, then I don't have that at this stage. And when I have contacted the Museum of English Rural Life, or MERL, they say that it's not available. Justin, how do I rate the mini digger? Mate, it's been bloody terrific for what we've done. We've done a trench for electrical work up to the corner of my wife's shed and up to this shed. Excuse me. It's done some other work out the front of the house. Yeah, you're exactly. So the wife's in the chat and she wants to know if anyone's got dirt and wants dirt. We've got plenty of it if you need some dirt. And okay, so the ribs are on. We're having ribs for dinner and the dogs are fed. She says, I'll lift a fork every day. Good on you, mate. Yeah. Oh, you guys crack me up. You really do. Let's go back to the old. So we've got a couple of different views. We've got this one here. This one here, it's the old camera, which I normally have to the lathe. That's why you can see the difference in quality in terms of compared to the camera, the phone, the mobile phone technology, in terms of like there's 10, 15 years apart from when that video camera was made to when the iPhone was made. I'm looking at upgrading to the newer iPhone, the iPhone 16. And so this is the view of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's just a good bit of gear. It does everything I need it to do. I must admit the ribs are from, where are they from? Woolworths, I think. No, Coles. The ribs are the beef ribs from Woolworths. Coles. But they do have a lot of fat in them. They really do. So it's ideal to do them in, say, a barbecue or air fryer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a bit of a move around here in the shed. So I'm going to jump on the forklift. I've got to, I've got to roll over part of the winch drum and move the tiles around for the wife's shed and the front rolls. I'm also going to disassemble the front rolls. That's what I was actually going to do. So I'm over here on the, jumping on, turning the gas on for the forklift. Oh. Hopefully you can hear me all right. We'll go over here where we can see. Righto, that'll do. We're going to roll this over and we're going to put a bit of paint on it. This is part of the winch drum for the steamroller. I've separated the two pieces. There's two halves. There's one piece that has to be worked on. It's a casting and it's got several breaks in it. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge doing that. And this is pretty heavy. Right, that's not worked out the way I wanted it to, but well, sorry about the loud noise, folks, but you get that on the big jobs. So I'm going to get a bit of wax and grease remover and throw a bit of paint on there. It's just an undercoat to keep the rust off. As you might have seen in the earlier shot, there's the rear rolls outside. The boiler's up against the back of the shed. We've got various other bits and pieces in cupboards, on shelves, and that sort of thing. It's a real work in progress. I work a full-time job, so it makes it a little bit difficult to get stuff done sometimes, but we do make it happen. I am in a fortunate situation to have access to, like I said, earth-moving machinery, sandblasting. If you watched any of the videos previously, I'd recommend you go and watch some of the older videos if you want to play a bit of a catch-up, if you've got nothing better to do. So Shed Dog 2 is getting a bit roused on me from the wife. He must be, yeah. They grabbed a bit, and so they grabbed a bit of dirt before to eat it. Yeah. So the wife's just locking up her shed, and one of the dogs, well, Shed Dog 2 was over at the edge of the hole. And of course, we're giving him a bit of a rousing to come away from the hole and stop eating the dirt. He's a young bloke, so he likes to do things. Right, so I'm just going to play. G'day, Joanne. Oh, and there's Shed Dog 2 on cue. Just playing. Getting your fingers trapped. That's yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're just saying g'day. I'm just back in front of the computer. There we go, Shed Dog 2. Hopefully you enjoy that. Yeah, that's Shed Dog 2. Thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate the support. Shed Dog 1 is actually, is sitting down, just watching the sun go down. I'll see if I can I'll flick over and get the other view. Shed Dog 2, Shed Dog 1 is behind the Oxy and Lanisha and that. You can't just quite see her at the moment, but we'll go back to the other view. There we go. Maybe I should change camera angles. But the whole idea is, hang on a minute. Right, I'll get my undercoat. There it is. Give that a good shake. Now, G the Hypersapien has a hobby channel, which he does painting of Warhammer figures. And if anyone hasn't seen that, I highly recommend you go and have a look. It can be quite therapeutic, just sitting there watching someone paint. And I hope you don't mind me shouting you out, G. It'd be good to see you get back into your hobby channel, man. Right, I've got a brush here. Right. Now this is an acetone-based paint. Like I said, it's just to keep the rust off. It's not going outside. In fact, I'll put it underneath. And what I might do is I'll switch cameras and I'll relocate the phone. Now, I must admit the phone's only got an infinite amount of battery life. No. There we go. And I'll relocate the phone. Let's see if we can get a good angle on this without screwing things up too much. Now, you can probably hear, I don't know what that's going to look like. We'll have to flick back over. Of course, as usual, what you think things are going to look like and what, oh, actually, that's good. Gee, you think I've done this before. There you go. So we're going to go back on camera here. It's British paint, sorry, Dulux product. It's metal shield. No, there we go. Metal shield, all surface primer. Then you get a little bit on the end of the brush. It's going to take bugger all to get this bit covered. And then I'll put it, you can't see it, but I'll leave the I'll reposition the phone and we'll do like a GoPro type thing, and we'll do a live loading onto where it's going to go. I've got a couple of blocks of timber, but I might have to, I didn't want to flip it back over. I need to put it away so it's out of the way. I'm finished. I don't have to do anything with this bit. These holes here are elongated on purpose. It's where the drive pin goes on the steamroller. For those of you who don't know, this is part of the winch drum. So I can actually pull the drive pin out. The engine can still turn over and operate the winch drum and pull itself out of the situation, or pull something else towards it, like a winch on a four-wheel drive or a truck or whatever the situation is. Now, I must admit, being an acetone-based paint, this stuff dries pretty quick and it's pretty fumy. So that's all adding to my, to my Sunday afternoon drinkies, making my head spin a little bit. Now, I shouldn't be operating a forklift or heavy equipment, but anyway, I'm at home, in my own home, and there's plenty of people who sadly depend on substances to get themselves through the day. It's a bit sad, but it's the way the world rotates. Anyway, that's got that covered pretty quick. Now, I'm away from the computer, and I can't see the chat at the moment. So if you're new here, thank you very much for being here. Please be polite in the chat, regardless of who's in here. Right, that's got that done. I'll put that back on the shelf. That'll dry pretty quick, actually, being an acetone base, because it evaporates away. And I'll get me paint dish, me cleaning, and I'll get some acetone, and I'll give this a quick clean up. Acetone. Right, we've got. Right, let's go here. Now, I hope your weekend's going well wherever you are in this part of the world. I know I've got a few people from overseas, Joanne Yodergirl from America, Cherinator over in Scotland, and a few others from around the world too that are probably tuning in and looking at this plonker on screen, thinking, what the hell is he doing? What's he talking about? There we go. All right, we'll let that, we'll just sit that on the tender over here and let that soak in while I look at, I'll just play catch up in the chat here. Oh, right, get this plonker back on screen. Yay, hello. Welcome. Yeah, Stylesy Shed Dog 2. Yes, I do have lots of toys. Woof woof. Yeah. Yeah, G, you definitely. I'd love to see you get back into your painting, mate. I really do think it's a bit therapeutic. I know you've got a bit going on, but yeah, love to see it. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go over to G. If you want to link your painting channel in the chat, go for it, mate. I don't mind. You've been supportive of me. Thanks, Joanne. Not always on point. Oh, good on Cherinator. Now this guy this guy, I've gotten to know him, Cherinator, over quite a few months. I'm not sure. It's probably been at least 6 months or more. Go to his channel, Cherinator Steve. If you want to put your link to your to your channels, go for it, mate. Steve's a nice guy. He's battling hard to get through what he has to deal with every day. He does a video called Cherinator Chat. Go and check him out. Go have a chat with him. He'd appreciate it. Thanks. Right, Brad. G'day, Brad. Hey, Brad. What's going on in the shed? Well, mate, I'm having a bit of a clean out and change around. Not clean out as such, just to rearrange. Thanks, Brad, for being here. Every so often, I get to a stage where I just got to stop and rearrange things in the shed. I don't know if you've done it in your place or if anyone's needed. It's good to sometimes move things around, and often you gain a bit more space from moving things around. So that's what I'm doing, which I'll show you shortly. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, there's plenty out there, G. I'm sure you'd paint the mini steamroll before I get this one done. That's for sure. I love the smell of acetone in the morning. Well, in this case, it's the smell of acetone in the afternoon. Stylesy, I'll try not to. Excuse me. Yeah. Anyway, we're going. Yeah, Cherinator. There you go. Look, thanks. Give us a like if you like this sort of thing. I try and upload videos when I can. I just find I like the live interaction. That's what I really like. I haven't been lately. I've been absolutely just flat out at work, and it's been driving me crazy. Oh, and Nightbot, see it. Look, my job in driving, and it's been part of that for the last 10 years or more. 10 years, actually, been with the company. But this week, the last couple of weeks have just been absolutely insane. I just haven't kept track of how many kilometres I've done per day, but it's freaking unreal. Yeah, I think we need to have a G. Ross painting channel, I think, Stylesy. I think G could do a good impersonation of Bob Ross. If anyone hasn't seen Bob Ross painting videos, just go on YouTube, type in Bob Ross. That guy was amazing. Unfortunately, he's passed away. I think we lost a true legend, but he's just fantastic. Okay, Becky's Fishing Adventures, thanks for being here, mate. Go take your mum to the pub. Go have a drink. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Cherinator, right, thanks for dropping your channel, mate. Go for it. Yep, Cherinator Chat. Him and I often correspond from time to time. Not always, but sometimes. He does his own videos. He's getting there. He's doing what he can. That's well. Hang on, I'm playing. So this is the wife. Mark's rearranging the shed because I keep taking it. Yeah, we've had some renovations here at home, and we've had a lot of stuff stored in this shed. So some of that belongs to the wife, and that's now going into her shed, which is almost complete. I'll say almost. It's not Bon Jon Jovi style of halfway there. It's sort of 3/4 there. You're getting a shout out, Darwin, from the chat from G, Joanne Yoda Girl, Cherinator, and Stylesy as well. We're all getting shout outs. So, okay, hide messages. Right, so I'm going to move a few things around. So I'll flick back over to one of the cameras, and I think we'll go to the camera on the forklift. So this is forklift cam, even though it says Mark. The thing with this software, if I change the name, it changes all the names on the different things instead of just the one, which is a little bit annoying, but it's one of those things. That's not going to quite work, is it? No. I can put that back in there, but I think I need to... Right. I closed up the forks. Hopefully this is going to work out the way I want. If not, I'm going to have to try something else. In fact, I will try something else because it'll be the easiest thing to do, or easier thing to do, put it that way. Right, straps, not the adult type of strap. Well, I suppose they are adult straps, but they're lifting slings. So what I'll do is I'll put a lifting sling through either side, lift it up and put it in place. If that doesn't work, because I've got one on the forklift as well. Right, oh, sorry about that, folks. That was a loud bang, which you didn't actually need. Right. At this stage, it's probably easier if I just turn the forklift off, mainly because when it's cold, it doesn't idle too well. So I'm going to do this. This will work fine. So I'll just pop a couple of bits of timber underneath. And just like magic, it's in underneath the boiler out of the way. There we go. Look at that. Now, that's worked out better than... oh, come on. Now, the noise of the forklift will probably drown my voice out. But I've got several bits of the steamroller underneath the boiler. This is the front part of the boiler, or what's known as the smoke box. That's sitting there nicely. I don't have to worry about it. Now, what I'll do is I'll move the forks out a bit. And I'll pick up our tiles. The tiles for the wife's shed. And what I might do is I'll just change camera angles on the phone, so we'll go to a wide view. It'll be better for the close-up shots and moving stuff around. We've got 13 watching. Hello, everyone, to the new viewers. Yeah, we need a tiler. Any tilers out there? Yes, Joanne, the wife has a craft room, which we will show. Frankie McForklift, good on you, Brad. That's it. Like Dishy McFlatface for Starlink, or Bodie McBoatface. Yeah, I can't say it. Oh, yeah, boxes, Joanne, yeah, it happens. We've had that here too. Righto, Cherinator has a spare room in my house. Hang on, here we go. I'll put that up on screen. I have a spare room in my house and I was going to use it for gaming room, but there's a lot of stuff in it from my old house, a lot of stuff from my dad's house. Right, yeah, yeah, Brad, pallet of tiles. That's there to go in the wife's craft room, and because it's just bare concrete at the moment. Like I said, The wife's craft room is 3/4 sort of finished, and we need to finish off a few things, but we're at that stage where we've just sort of had enough of renovations, and you know, we got other things going on, and we've just decided to sort of stop. And my wife's had a lot of work at the same time to do with the embroidery side of things. My wife does machine embroidery. Not yet, Joanne. She doesn't have a channel yet, but we have talked about it, and that's coming. Oh, very nice, G. Just boiling a nice pot of Yorkshire tea. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Nothing like a good cup of tea on a Sunday afternoon. Right, the forklift's humming away. It's warmed up nicely, and I've got my glasses on. I'm going to change the... hang on, let's go. No, we don't want scenes, we want cameras. No, I don't want to hide. Oh, righto, looking at the back. Down to settings. Video. Dual back camera, we want to go to ultra wide. We just want to go back camera, ultra wide. Right, so we should have a much bigger view of oh, that's a good one. If you drink any more tea, then you'll turn into a Yorkshire man. Hang on, it's hide. Righto, so we got the wide angle view on the phone. So we'll pick up the pallet of now. There's the front rolls for the steamroller. That's part of the steamroller. Now this forklift I'm on, forklifts are rated in capacity. This is a FG15, so that just means that it has a lifting capacity of 1.5 tonnes. It can lift a load of 1.5 tonnes up to 4.3 metres high. So if you ever see a forklift and it says FG15 or FG 2.5, or 25, the 2.5 or the 1.5 is the lifting capacity. Usually forklifts come in 1.5 tonne, 2.5 tonne, 3.5 tonne, that sort of thing. They do vary a little bit. You can get forklifts that are rated to 1 tonne capacity, and other things like a container mast, so it can go inside a container, shipping container. This one doesn't have that. This has got the taller mast on it. And it's one of the things that after I brought the steamroller, I brought the forklift. Forklift was a bargain off Facebook Marketplace, and it's been fantastic. You know, in the video you'll see 2 different forklifts. One was one I used to borrow from my work, and the other one is the one we brought. And honestly, it's been fantastic. It's amazing what the forklift can do, and also what it can't do. It can't, it does, going outside, it's not ideal for rough terrain or anything like that. A forklift is designed to work on concrete floors in a factory or in a shed like this. So this is another bench to go into the wife's workroom, which I've got to modify, which I haven't done yet. Get a bit closer to the oxy set. Now, I've been driving forklifts for a long time, so I'm quite experienced at doing this sort of thing, and that makes the world of difference when lifting a load. Now, I'm going to just park it in front of the front rolls of the steamroller. That's the front rolls there, a part of the steamroller. I'm just going to grab the broom and have a bit of a sweep up, because I'm going to bring these rolls over here and put the what's the names, the whatever, on the mind blank I'm having at the moment, the tiles. Thank you. I'm sure somebody's said that. I'm going to put the tiles where the front rolls are, and the front rolls, I haven't actually taken them apart since I've taken it off the front. I've been holding off on that, and I'm actually going to take them apart tonight. That way I can organise them to be gone away and get sandblasted, so I can see what's going on. The only thing wrong with the front rolls of the the steamroller, is there's some play in the bearings. Now, I'm not sure whether it's the bearings themselves in the front rolls or the shaft that it's supported on. Oh, hang on. All right, so we're going to go for a walk. Only problem is, right. Now we're going to go for a walk into the wife's craft room. I'm going to take off the wireless microphone, which we're on now, and then I'm going to go over to the audio on the phone, because otherwise what will happen, it'll drop out and it'll be too crap. It'll be crap. So just bear with me, folks. I'll put this down. Right, hopefully you can hear me all right. I can hear myself. I can hear the feedback. There's Shed Dog just laying down, watching the sun go down. So this is sort of looking west at our place. We are north of Brisbane, Australia, and we're looking west, and the sun is setting in the west. It's about, let me have a look here. It's about 20 to 6 local time. So, you know, and there's Shed Dog 2 in the distance. Right, so this is my wife's shed, which is actually the old shed that we moved over, or part of it anyway. Then we're going up the ramp here into the laundry. Right, into the laundry and into the wife's craft room. As you can see, it's a work in progress. We've got lights. You know, it's almost there. Fabric, lining material. As I said, she does embroidery threads there. This is the bathroom, which is not finished. We've got to put, tiles on the floor. As you can see, it's all concrete. We've done a lot of the work, but we've also had contractors in. We've had some issues with the contractors, but anyway. Embroidery machine. This is a 6-needle brother. If anybody's interested in an embroidery machine, comes with hoops and all that sort of thing, let us know. Send me a message. But this is the machine that does the main work. This is a Tajima, and there's
Mrs. That's Mark's shed. That's my wife. And this is her setup. It's very much still a work in progress. We're on the audio of the phone, so hopefully it's sounding all right. We've got a couple of sewing machines here. We've got embroidery threads here. We might show the folks that. Okay, so there's a bunch of embroidery threads. There's about 300 colours.
300 on the top, and then the ones that are on the bottom.
Yeah, 300 on top, and then the ones on the bottom. There's smaller ones, and then there's 5,000 metres. On these big ones, there's 5,000 metres or 5 kilometres of thread, and these are 1,000 metres of thread. And as you can see, there's all sorts of variations in colours. These are Hemingworth thread. Hemingworth is, they're all made in China, but there's various other companies that make embroidery threads. A fold-up table, which we do cutting on, a couple of sewing machines. But yeah, guys, so this is the craft room. We've got some stuff to go up on top of there, but that's it. Yeah, yep, I did show them that before. They're all saying very nice craft room. I can only see one image, one chat at a time. But anyway, pink in colour, we decided to go for pink. That's what my wife wants. You know, we got mouldings to go on here to hide the ugly stuff, as you do. And there we go, there's the outside again. So that's the tour of the wife's shed, the other shed. Not this shed, yeah. Not Mark's shed, but the wife's shed. You get the idea. Anyway. I'm going to put this on mute again because I'm going to, obviously you might hear some feedback. I'll set this up while I move the, that's the boiler, right. In front of us here is the boiler for the steamroller. That's the heart of it. Thanks, G, appreciate it, mate. So those front bits go on there. That's, anyway, I should do a breakdown of what's what around here. I just take it for granted because a lot of the people who watch the channel have already, I know that you guys, that a lot of you that are here regularly do watch, you know what I'm talking about by now. And if you don't, please please ask questions. I'm happy to answer any questions about the steamroller. Yeah, sorry, G, I'll change over, mate. Thanks for letting me know. So I'll just go and... Righto, we're back. Yeah, sorry about the echo, guys. That's the difference between the... I had the volume up on this. I probably should have turned it down. And I'm back on the... hopefully you can hear me all right now. We're back on the... what's the name? On the wireless go. Let me get this straightened up. There's a different view you haven't seen before. You can see the edge of the computer. It's on a wide view. Yeah, all right. If we go there, we're not going to see the whole thing because the camera, unfortunately, the camera doesn't go that wide. So what I'll do is I'll put the phone camera back over here where, oh, excuse me. I've put the phone
back over here on the tender. That's another thing I started working on and I stopped. We got Greg. G'day, Greg. Welcome to the live stream, mate, on a Saturday afternoon. View from the shed. I'm just having a bit of a change around. Greg's another steam enthusiast. He's doing restoration on, just correct me, Greg, please. You're doing a portable steam engine or a traction engine or both? I just forget. But yeah, let us know in the chat, Greg, what you're doing. I appreciate you coming in, mate. I really do. Thank you. I'm just having a bit of a move around here. Righto. Thanks, Gio. I appreciate the feedback, mate. I'll know better for next time. Yeah. G'day. Yeah, thanks, Greg, for being here, mate. Greg, what are you working on, mate? Pop it in the chat. The others that are in here would probably be interested in knowing. I do follow what you post on Facebook and that, but I'm just, at the moment, just drawing a bit of a blank. Sorry, mate. Right, I'm going to get the front rolls. I'm going to take them apart. I might have to do this in 2 bits, actually, because dinner's getting close. The wife put dinner on. We're not going to. You're probably not going to see this, but anyway, you probably will. So I just have to line myself up properly. Right, so the front rolls weighs in at 1.5 tonne, and I know this because I measured it many months back. So it's right on the working limit of this forklift, or the lifting limit, I should say. Yep. So this is why you have a forklift to lift the heavy things. This makes life so much easier. We actually, the wife and I had to move these in and out because of the tall mast on this forklift. I had to poke the rolls inside the shed enough so that I could get in with the forklift and lift up, because otherwise the mast up there would have hit the roller door, which wouldn't have been a good look, especially not on a new shed. Right, so I'm going to grab the camera. You may hear some noise, which is not too bad. Sorry for the shakiness. A bit closer. I might get I'll get an up close shot and show you what's going on with the front rolls. So they're just touching the concrete at the moment. Righto. I'll just change. Yeah. So we're a bit closer. Yeah, Greg, if you want to get in contact, Bearable Embroidery on Facebook. We still look at that every so often. Yeah, but okay, yeah. I should have said that. Sorry, I should have said that. Right, so I'll give you an idea what's going on with the front rolls. Right, hopefully you can pick this up in the video, but as I put them down, you probably can't see it. There is a lot of movement there, and I'm just not sure whether it's the shaft that's worn or the bearings or both. And right, let's turn the forklift off, cut out the noise. There's a couple of split pins. Should be relatively easy to take this apart, actually. There's a couple of pins, and they've just got split pins in them, or cotter pins, depending on what you call them, which is just holding everything in place. Excuse me. And once those are taken out, I'll just have a look underneath. Yeah, okay. So we'll go back to the phone camera, and I'll get some light under here, and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Oh, you guys are lucky. We're seeing various views of shed dogs. Yeah, Greg, it's either bushes or shaft. You know, shed dogs making. We're going to get back into making a few things. Righto, let's have a look underneath. Right, so this is on the phone camera. It's going to get a bit shaky, guys. Sorry about that. Righto, I've got some light so we can see what we're doing. Once again, nice Sunday afternoon view from the shed. Right. So here's that pin I'm talking about. Hopefully you can see that right there, where my finger is. And you can see the shaft right there. But that shaft also runs right the way through the housing here. This is the housing. And you can't see it, that bit of pipe sticking up. It's a lubrication point. So it's quite possible that I did put oil in it many years ago, or a few years ago. So how's that? What I might need to do is just turn that around a bit. So I'm going to put this phone in a position where I can, what's the name? Right, now, the other interesting thing is, I should get a wire brush. What I found on the front rolls, and maybe, Greg, you might be able to help me out with this. I think that's a manufacturing date of the front rolls. I think it's 11/3/25. I think. I don't know. I might have to ask the brains trust about that. And the other side, because this roller was built in 1926, and it's not uncommon for manufacturing facilities. 27/4/25 down there. Here we go. Hang on, let's get a closer look. I reckon that's the date these were cast or manufactured. I think. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. It would be interesting to find out. A lot of companies do that. They'll put a manufacturing date on something. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll just go back to the chat. I'll play catch up in the chat. Greg, you're absolutely right, mate. It could be a pattern number. And on what I have seen on the Fowler drawings, they'll give the drawing number and also a pattern number, or a draw where the pattern or the drawing was filed. Could be a pattern number. Yeah, I'm really not sure. But anyway, I'll certainly look into it, that's for sure. Right. Righto. Let's see what I can do with let's see what I can do with this. I'm gonna need that light again. This light here is fading, obviously. It's almost 6 p.m. It's 5:55 local time, 6 p.m. here in Australia, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I don't live in the southern states, and daylight saving comes in effect next week, I believe. Next week, I think. So let's see if I can get that pin to move. Then now there might be some loud noises. Got the pin punch, and I'll grab a hammer. So just if you're using headphones or something like that, you may want to turn them down, or speakers, turn them down, because I am going to be hammering here, and that sort of noise really comes through on the microphone. Right, Cheranota, 9 a.m. over in wee Bonnie, Scotland. Right, here we go. Here we go for the noise, guys. So just bear with me. I might have to better spray some stuff on it. It's moving, that's the main thing. In fact, I will spray some penetrating oil on just to help with the situation. Oh, there's the thing. Spray it on both sides. Now, relative temperature here, for those of you in, like Joanne in the US, and Cheranota over in Scotland, I think it's about 20 something over here at the moment. It's really comfortable. So Joanne, there's probably about between 70, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. It's really comfortable. In fact, yeah, Cheranota, I think you're going to be getting a wrap, mate. That's what G reckons, and that's what I reckon too. Oh yeah. So it's 22 degrees Celsius here. If we change over to Fahrenheit, that's 72. Oh, it's pretty good. 72 degrees Fahrenheit, Joanne. So it's beautiful over here at the moment. And that phone's probably going to cut out at some stage because the battery's getting real low on it. But this is going to be a work in progress. I might throw on a bit of background music, actually, just to keep you all entertained. Now, the background music is all royalty free, so there's a bit of chill. Then I might move the camera angle and see if we can show you what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if that's going to work. Right, let's move the camera angle. Right, this is going to jump around a bit. You can see my hand getting like, oh, excuse me. That's the pin I'm trying to work on, so it's going to be a bit more noise, guys. If it's going to move, it may not want to move. You might have to take it out with the side cutters, or maybe a bit more different spray. I've got a number of, oh, this one's broken, I think. Oh, there we go. It's going well. And I'll do the other side while I'm going. A little bit overcast here at the moment. Looks, hopefully we're not going to get any rain, seeing I've dug a bloody great big hole. Might have to dig another bloody great big hole. I might just have to... Now, as far as I know, this hasn't been pulled apart since it was made at the Fowler Steamworks back in 1926. So these have all been in place for a long time. I might just have to bite the bullet and cut that with the side cutters. Save me a lot of mucking around. And that looks a bit blurry, doesn't it? I don't know, it's all right. $13 stylesy for you, mate. Jeez, that is a bit cool. So I've got the side cutters here, and I'm just going to try and play the game. I suppose it's been in there since it was made, so why would it? Exposed to the weather. So what I might do is just, sometimes you can have a wing. See if we can turn that around. Right, so the pin does move. You can see that moving backwards and forward. That's good. That's a good sign. Right, let's get a lever. Or a lever. However you want to pronounce it. Lever. Just grabbing a pry bar out of the ute, which you've seen before. Now my hands are probably going to get in the way here. Now, there's going to be some more banging. Yeah, I can move that. I want to try and bend that around. That's what I want. Hopefully you can see that actually. That's what I want. Right, so there's going to be some more banging. I'd like to get this out in one piece, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, I'm not trying too hard, I must admit. It's just all very... Okay, so that moves nicely. Right. You can pull that out. Let's just break that off from here. I'm just going to wiggle this until it breaks. We'll pull it through one of the two with the side cutters. I should have just done that from the start. That's bending around, so just tap that back down there like so. Now, I must say that everyone would probably do this job a bit differently than what I'm doing it. Maybe different tools. Just bring that back down again. Almost there. Right, actually, get the pin punch and I'll try and punch that through. Just beware of the noise. There we go. Split pin out, if you can see that all right. And I'll just punch that through now. So just, once again, the noise. There we go, one pin. Hopefully you can see that, there we go. Right, put that down there. So theoretically, once I get the other side out, I should be able to lift the forks. Now this is, let's talk about some terminology. Just like a motorcycle, these things that go across here is the forks. And whether it's a steamroller or a motorbike, there's no difference. These are the forks. Right, let's turn some extra lights on. There we go. One thing I like about this shed, we've built in plenty of lights. It's one part of the world. So now I'll get that other one out. Now I know what I'm doing, sort of. Right, sorry folks for the wobblies. I'll get that right. And I'll get the we've got some light on the subject so we can see what we're doing here. Settings, let's go video. that camera. Okay, so we're really zoomed in here. Let's see if I'll reposition again. It's not perfect, but it'll do. So once again, we're going to try and get this pin out, same as what we did on the other side. We'll just see what's going to be easier. Grab my tools. Now, one thing I will do before I go much further is I got some blocks of timber that we'll put under the rolls to stop it from rolling anywhere when I lift it up. And these are 4x4 pine. So that's front and back. Make sure they're firm. So probably after we get this separated, I think I might leave it at that. Dinner will be getting close. I think. It's funny how when you start doing something like this, how quickly the time flies. In fact, I'll change. Here we go again, we're on the move. Righto, sorry for the wiggles. And once again, I am away from the computer, so I'm not seeing the chat at the moment. So this pin, we can turn around easily. It moves, that's good. What we're going to do, try and pull that up. And squeeze the split pin together. And I'll just start. Actually, I probably should just chop them off. Either way. Make life a little bit easier. I've got a nice little chair. We'll just have a quick look at the chat, everyone. No, it's not the can of cider. No. Sometimes I think about doing things and I think about it over and over again before I actually do it. Right, so I've got a chair that my wife brought me. It's on wheels and it's ideal for doing work like this. You're not bending over, you're not, you know. Righto. Oh. I'm going to try and cut me losses. I'll get the split pin or cotter pin, depending on what you want to call it. Make that as short as possible. We can turn that around now. And use a lever type action to get that out. Now, side cutters are a great thing. You should carry them in your toolbox. If need be, I'll cut this off here and punch it out the other way because I'm slipping a bit. Righto. There we go. Okay, so hang on, bit of a right, there's going to be some noise. I'm just going to punch this out. That's the plan anyway. Oops, sorry folks. Okay, you should be able to pull those out without any problems now. There we go. And that pin will just come out easily because we've got everything balanced. There we go. Right, so in theory, when I jump on the forklift now and lift this up, the rolls will stay there and the forks and the wiper bars will come up. So I'll just change angles again. I'll go to the wide and I'll put us back over here. So let's see if my theory's right. Righto. So it'll be a wide view. Hopefully that looks all right. Sorry, whoever that was ringing. Righto. Right, we'll just move a few tools and bits and pieces. Right, we'll lift this up and we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything should just come up like this here. The forks, the wiper bars and the side frames here should just all lift up and the rear rolls are going to stay there. Let's see what happens. Bit of noise from the forklift. Nope. Well, that didn't work. What's up, Alan? Yeah. Dinner's ready, righto. Well, he did call me. Dinner's ready, and this is not obviously going the way I thought it would, so I tell you what, right. So, righto, so at this moment, I'm going to end the live stream, but before I'm going to go have dinner and then I'm going to come back to this. So if you're interested, I'll go live again in about an hour's time. So what is it, 6:30? So let's say 7:30. I'll go. I'll go live again. Okay. How's that sound? Thanks, G, for the support. I enjoy it, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, let's have a break. In an hour's time, I'll go live again. If anybody wants to join in, you're most welcome to. And yeah, thanks everyone. We'll go out with the usual, and we'll see you at 7:30. Bye for now. Whistle.